Back in the days when I was young, I used to connect this small light system at home using when the rich people throw away the dry cells, we used to connect it and light. We would have light at home because we were trying to dodge buying paraffin or kerosene, and our lamp, locally known in Acholi as Lafut. There came a time when we really wanted to develop a switch, because going to disconnect the wire when we want to sleep and then reconnecting the wire when we wake up for morning prep or this morning reading of books. So we wanted to make a switch where we could just switch when we're by the bedside and sleep. So our technology was to use short circuit by making the positive and negative connect itself. Then of course the power goes off. But later on we learned it had a lot of drawback. For example, when the power is too much, like you're using accumulators, it causes the sparkling, and of course some kind of flames come out and smoke. We also learned that it consumed a lot of the electric quantity left in the dry cells. Then when we are old, when we grew old enough, we learned that yes, indeed, these switches, it is supposed to be made by breaking the current, not by causing short circuit. That is how we learned the switch. Now we keep learning. After looking left and right, then I found this video about Apaa of a speech from Jacob Oulanyah, which brings out the root cause of the problem in Apaa. Please watch this video.
There is no pretending about the effect of this thing. There's no pretending about it. Nobody should. It's a problem. People are not going to school and their future depends on that. And there should be intervention. But the overall thing is to find a solution to this problem, a lasting solution. In that debate, when they talk about Ismadi Wildlife Reserve, I was in Parliament. It was moved by the Honorable Jovina Kake as Minister of State for Tourism. I was there. But we said, well, Ismadi, fine. Let's pass it. We passed it. We didn't know exactly what the problem was on the ground. But people in the camps.
In this video, Jacob Oulanyah clearly said he regrets the bill that they passed, which was brought by Honorable Akaki, who was the State Minister for Tourism, which the bill was to gazette the East Madiese Game Reserve. Oulanyah said they did not know what was on the ground. Now, to analyze what Jacob Oulanyah said, it means they did not know the dirty plan behind the bill being brought by Honorable Akari. They did not know who was bringing the bill. Why were they bringing the bill? And don't forget, Jacob Oulanyah said people were in camps. People were in camps. This is also the same thing as a result from the Action Aids International on Apaa, which they said clearly that the land belongs to Acholi people. And the gazetting happened when people were in camps. The belonging of the land to Acholi people must be made clear as the land belongs to Acholi people before we start anything of talking about the issue of being it a game reserve. Now, the people who really want this game reserve so much, they want the fucking money a lot more than the life of the people, must know one thing, that if you want this wild reserve to happen, speak the truth. And the truth is the land is belong to Acholi. Why did you start the issue of the land in 2002 when we were dying in camps? People's throats were being slaughtered. The Wanglo, the Ganchulu, people were killed. They wanted them to be eaten during that time of genocide, which many of you call stupidly that it is a war. We were sleeping in the bush. I was young, but I experienced it. And there's no single memory that I can't forget. Remember, Karmujong were on this side also, onto us. Now, you say it belongs to Madi. Fuck that. Jacob Oulanyah, may his soul rest in peace. Acholi Hall of Fame, loves Acholi, dances Acholi culture alongside Windolo, and so on and so on. I really love you. I really love Jacob Oulanyah, just like men Acholi do. If I say his son is not doing what the father was, I don't mean to be political. The son has not taken the footstep of his father. Full stop. No argument about that. Jacob Oulanyah went, ate food together with Madi people, ate food together with Acholi people, to show the need of diplomacy, to show the highest need for diplomacy in order to stop the death of the Acholi people in Madi. Because he knows that if the Acholi people decide to leave out negotiation and peace without the involvement of any UPDF, the Madi people will not survive. That's the fact. They will not. If Acholi refuses to follow the law, of which the law seems to be playing on one side only, the Madi will not like it. Now, Akare was used to bring the bill. That's the truth. Now, the bill was passed in 2002. That was one of the peak period of the war. When Patton was just attacked in 2001, very deadly attack. And in 2002, meaning we were in the middle of that genocide. I'm sorry to call it war, like many fools call it. In the middle of that genocide. So, now you know the root cause. That parliament that passed the bill made that mistake, and one of their members who was there, may he so rest in peace, Jacob Oulanyah, clearly confirmed. Now, looking at that, I want you to remember that when you're looking at the speech of great people, Museveni, Jacob Oulanyah, Windolo, again David, Bosmigatim, Joe Biden, maybe Donald Trump, Raila Odinga, whatever person you may consider to be a great person, the thing that the person says the slightest, the thing that the person sometimes lowers the volume to say it, the thing that the person sometimes go very fast or uses just a few words or quote is the most important thing. Just like last time, Apaa Lillian said he's bothered by the fact that men still vote or participate in the election of women MPs, technically indirectly elected member of parliament. That was the slightest word, but the biggest point which one can take concern if you can use this well. So now, the cause is that. Now this brings me to the fact that it is still the member of parliament who can fix it back. The rest of other members of parliament are quiet. To be very sincere and honest, it is only MPs outside parliament like Odongata, Bosmutim, and leaders in non-leadership positions like me, Leno Gomic, this guy here, KD Christoama. I don't talk about the Acholi people who fight for Acholi. Fuck them. Why do you go talk against each other? Why is it so important to talk against each other? I want to be like this. This person said this. This person had sex with this. What is it for? What is it for? Why do you want to prove that you're better than your brother? Why is he? What is it for? There is a other field that you can talk for. You can talk about Karmojong nodding syndrome, which is an alien species intentionally introduced. You can talk about the Palan Rango, which it is clearly being put against the Acholi people. You can talk about the Balaro, KD Christo Ama. Thank you. He's doing good. You can talk about the tension in the Acholi cultural institution without siding with any group. You be neutral when you're talking. The tension in the APG, you talk with an option to unite. If you talk criticizing without bringing an option to unite, you're adding more salt in the wounds. So it is the MPs. I must not forget Gilbert Oulanyah. He's the only person among the current MPs who even deserve to be a Acholi MP. I know a lot of people, including the MPs and the supporters, their relatives. It is the relatives of the leaders who are bringing a lot of headache. They don't want to accept the fact that their son or daughter is doing a lot of stupidity. How do you go there to sleep when your people are dying here? When their people are dying? How do you continue to promote division in the Acholi parliamentary group? Let the Amos now continue to lead. Even if he deserves or not, let him continue to lead. Bring your option now to help Acholi under him. Acholi members of parliament are the ones killing the Acholi. And I wish the MPs of Acholi are the ones killing Acholi. I mean, how can you be so comfortable when your people are suffering, they are dying? From all corners, their things are being looted, and you're comfortable. Since the mistake was made through the parliament, the mistake can be undone through the parliament, and no any other tribe, no other member of parliament from other tribe will come to help Acholi, or will come to help the Acholi member of parliament until they put a lot of pressure in the house, serious pressure, with consultations from international bodies, diplomatic approaches. This is what calls for academic wisdom. It's a challenge, it's a test of your academic wisdom and your diplomatic approach. In other words, the MPs of Acholi have zero mark. But despite all these things, I want to tell you that Acholi has been left alone, like a boy left beside the water. People running away thinking the water, the storm from the sea will come and sweep the boy, go with it and die. The boy loses the life. But the storm will miss the boy. The boy will live, because God will have helped the boy.